right, everybody, welcome to the Pete Manzanelli program. I am joined today by a truly prestigious guest. You guys might know him from Fantasy Outsiders. He's a core member of the Fantasy Swolecast, the show of which I auditioned for. He's also an OG Roto-Jizzer. Davis Mattek, welcome to the program, bro.
Hey, thanks for having me, Manz. I've been waiting on the call.
I know, dude. This has been long overdue. We've had David Kitchens on the program. I'm slowly making my way through all the Swolecast members, dude, and you are a key addition I gotta get.
We gotta get Silva on next. That has to be the move. Silva has to agree to do the Manz show.
I know, dude. He's trying to big time me right now, but we'll win him over, dude. Once he sees this, and once you get the Manz bump, you're gonna see it, and he's gonna want a little bit of that Manz bump, dude. I know it.
Well, the thing about Silva is he doesn't really big-time anyone. The guy just doesn't understand technology. Like, if you've ever tried to do a show with him for multiple weeks in a row, you have to understand the man's grasp on 21st century technology is pretty tenuous.
He's just in there. He just wants to grind football, dude. He doesn't want to deal with Skype plugins and stuff.
No, he doesn't want to deal with like learning these programs. He just wants to watch film of Jalen Richard's like high school tapes. That's what he does.
I think that means I'm basically just gonna have to fly. I think he's in Chicago. I'm just gonna have to fly to Chicago, throw rocks at his window with the boombox, and just do it in person and cut the technology out of it.
That would be the easiest way. That's the shortest route from point A to point B of getting him on the show.
Exactly. But today we have you on the show. That's all that matters. And you know what? I feel like, I know you're out there. You're in the DFS, streets. You're still grinding, dude. But I feel like we're a little devoid of the Davis Mattek hot takes of yesteryear. Would you agree with this sentiment?
The hot takes have definitely toned down. I'll admit to have toned down the hot take cannon over the years. See, it's a lot of people don't realize when I started in the game, I was like 19, 20 years old. So I would just say whatever. It did not matter. I did not need to think before I said anything. Just takes were flying left and right. And now occasionally I'll have a thought or two before I tweet something, which is honestly disappointing for the people. And Odell Beckham scarred me for life, dude. For life, that man scarred me.
Dude, I was thinking about this. 2014, that was such a seminal year for Davis Mattek between the Odell Beckham fade and the Jeff Janis tout, dude. Those things have been just aligned with your brand ever since then.
I mean, my brand is inseparable. Every time Odell Beckham catches a touchdown, someone feels the need to tell me about it. And every time one of those idiot Packers beat writers writes that Janis is going to get cut, someone has to tell me that too. I'll never escape it. I'll be 30 years old and people will be telling me how I was wrong about Odell Beckham.
Yeah, dude. I mean, whatever. Everybody was wrong about Odell's. Dude, he doesn't even care about the game, dude. He's on boats and stuff. I think you're going to be on the right side of history, dude. I think the yacht life is going to get him eventually.
He just likes to dance. He's like one of those dudes who like stands still and is just like shaking his arms and stuff. That's what he does. That's his passion is dancing.
I've also been pissed at him ever since he big-timed Lena Dunham. I was like, dude, Girls, such a sick show. Lena Dunham, she's like a thought leader. If you're not going to give her attention, Odell, I'm done with you.
Girls is a dope show. He shouldn't big-time Lena Dunham. That's a dope show.
Dude, I just said that. We're in agreement.
No, we're on board. We're on board, man.
All right. Well, but why we are talking about it, because we got to talk about Janis, dude. There is a new wrinkle in the Jeff Janis mythology, and he is a father now. Are you aware of this? I trust you're aware of this.
Oh, of course I'm aware.
Dude, are you following Janis on the Instagrams?
I follow Janis on Instagram. We follow each other on Twitter. Like, okay. You know how these things go.
I know you.
We're like family friends, me and the Janises.
Yeah, so what did you send him a baby gift?
I did not send him a baby gift only because I feel like he would be uncomfortable giving me his address. I don't think that would be something he'd be really into.
Yeah, that's how most, mutual friendships go, where one person's afraid to give the other the address, right?
Yeah, I mean, most mutual friendships, like, I'm sure I have close personal friends who I don't want to know where I live. Like, you guys know how these things go.
That's fair. But let's ask this. Janis seems perpetually in the Rodgers doghouse. Now that he's a father, I feel like he's more mature as a dad and as a route runner. Is this the year, Davis? Is this the year it all clicks?
See, you have to think about this in the reverse, though. Aaron Rodgers hates his family and does not appreciate the family environment. Rodgers doesn't even speak to his brother or his parents. So this actually could drive a further wedge in between the relationship.
So what you're saying is for Jeff Janis to endears himself to Rodgers, he needs to ignore and neglect his child. And Rodgers will be like, that's how you do family. I'm going to pepper you with targets.
The more of a dick that Jeff Janis is, the more Rodgers will like him. I think that just is scientific at this point.
That's true, dude. But yeah, man, Jeff Janis, I don't know if he has it in him. He just has this heart of gold. I see him. He's out here hunting and he's out here being a family man, dude.
He's a family guy. He's a country boy. There's no way around it. He is a straight up country boy.
Okay, well, unless something turns around in his heart of hearts, I think we're gonna need 19 injuries again on the wide receiver depth chart for it to happen, my dude.
Well, I mean, luckily Randall Cobb, not the picture of health. Jordy Nelson, another year older. We're very close to the year of Janis. Very close.
We're very close. I like it. We also just coming off the NBA drafts last night. Some very controversial tweets coming out. I gotta tell you about two social media posts. I want to get your takes on these. So Markelle Fultz, he's partnered with Tissett's Watches or whatever, and they couldn't even bother to get the team name in the Instagram.
Oh yeah, he totally botched his Instagram. That was amazing.
So this is what I don't get. If you're T-Sots, like I placed a bet on him to go first overall. It was literally minus 10,000. Like, why didn't you just put the Sixers in there? And if you're wrong, once in a blue moon, T-Sots, so be it. Like, why not just put the Sixers in?
Oh, it's just terrible. I mean, as a brand expert myself, I would tell you to just have that as a scheduled tweet. Like, you got to just have that ready to go. You don't need to worry about filling in the team name. He got a promise that he was coming to them, so I don't know why they were tripping.
Yeah, it's gonna take them a while to crawl out of this mess. Speaking of crawling out of social media message, you see this Dennis Smith Jr. tweet?
No, you gotta fill me in.
Oh, this is perfect. This is Manz story time. I'm gonna read you this tweet. Dennis Smith, he got drafted by the Mavs. This is from November 5th, 2012, which means he had to have been what, like a freshman in high school when he wrote this?
Yeah, he was like basically a child.
Okay, here we go. Everybody has God-given talents. Mine just so happens to be slanging this wood in my pants.
Legend. This is the best part of the NBA draft and the NFL draft is digging up athletes' old tweets. You could tell from the moment CJ Wentz got drafted that he was going to be terrible because he was a dork. His old tweets were all super dorky, all incredibly lame, and he signed them all with like a handle, like from like. You remember text messages in like 2004 where it would like add a signature to your text?
Oh,
he signed all his tweets that way. So you just knew he was going to be a dork.
But then if this corollary, this means that Mitch Trubisky is going to be pretty good with the I love boobies tweet.
I think that already that solidifies him as a legend in Chicago already.
Do you think maybe we need to go in the lab and come up with a model for how old tweets are actually predictive of future positive fantasy performance?
I don't know if there's a ton of predictive value in that, but I do have a business idea, which is basically opening up a firm that when you're about to get drafted, you hire my company and we go back and delete all your old terrible tweets that can embarrass you. That way, it just never comes to surface.
I like that. You're just saying that we're just going to manually go through and delete them for you.
Or we can hire some nerd that will write a script to do it for us. One of the two.
Yeah, I feel like
if you pay me enough money, I will manually delete your tweets for you.
The only problem with that business idea is I feel like it's all in the idea, and once you tell them the business idea, then they have the idea to just go do it themselves, and you're going to get cucked.
You would get cucked. That's why you just need to offer it as a consultation service for any and all branding purposes. You're like I will handle your social media. Your social media game will be tight. We'll keep your brand lit. That's really what my calling is. Yeah, dude, and
we'll make the promo, dude, and we have some like Sarah McLachlan music playing, and you go, in 2014, I told the fantasy world to fade Odell Beckham. But I've since learned, and now I'm here to guide you through the social media landscape.
I mean, get on it. We got to have someone make that commercial.
Okay, dude, we're gonna make that. I'm gonna add, when we're done with this, I'm gonna have you do those lines to me, to the camera, and I'll put some music to it, and we'll get that going.
I gotta get an agent. We gotta get on this. I need to start this consultation service immediately. Dwight Smith needs me.
That's right, dude. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get it, dude. And who would we rather have as our first client than a dude just slanging big time wood in his pants?
No, that would be my preference for a client, as opposed to like a nerd like CJ Wentz.
That's right, dude. Right. Speaking of nerds, dude, let's talk about these Canadians up here playing football, dude. The season kicks off tonight. Are you in or out on CFL DFS?
I played it last year. I don't know if I'll play it this year. I know they have like a couple guys. They have Duron Carter. They have every time I look over the roster, I remember guys from like 4 years ago playing college football daily fantasy. But it's honestly pretty whack to watch. Like if you watch it, I watched it some last year. It's honestly pretty whack. It's like not very enjoyable to watch.
It's kind of like watching rugby too, where it's just like you vaguely know what's going on, but it's like they're playing an alien sport.
Yeah, like you think you sort of understand the movements, but the rules, and then like after someone scores, like you're just like, I don't understand this at all, and I don't care to.
All right. So we're not gonna bother with any CFL thing. I definitely have taken down a few CFL GPPs in my day, but I like to keep that kind of close to the vest. But you're
that's
passive.
A good sport for you. That space is wide open for your domination.
I know, dude. I'm all about the niche sports. We've been crushing NASCAR DFS, WNBA DFS. I think I'm gonna get up and rolling here with CFL, dude.
That's the move. Just become the Sahil of CFL DFS.
Yeah, Jeff Ulrich, dude, shots fired. I see you writing these articles for DK Playbook talking about CFL, dude. Watch out, dude. The Manz is coming. Excellent, dude. Excellent. Let's talk a little NFL, dude. Everybody can't ever get enough NFL, and I see you out there. You have a little Tyreek Hill tweet the other day. You starting to dip your toes into the NFL offseason analysis waters here, or what?
We're looking. My brand is, I have to have a take every offseason. My take last offseason was that David Johnson was the 101, and there was no debating it. That was a good take. So you got to have one take to really plant your flag on for the year. I haven't decided on the take yet this year. I think it might end up being Demaryius Thomas related, but I'm not willing to 100% commit yet.
You've always been a big Demaryius Thomas fan, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, he's a GOAT. He's basically I almost said something preposterous, and I'm going to rein that in a little bit.
No, dude, this is where you let it fly, dude.
Dude, he's like a little Mossian in the sense that no one can contain him physically. Like, it's like anytime he's failed, it's never been because his body was not up to speed. It was just because his quarterback sucked or he was put in a non-optimal position. But he's insane. He's like insane.
I like it, dude. I like it. Now, just to circle back, so I have this little theory because everybody's been talking about Tyreek Hill, right? And I feel like the kind of negative comparison people are tossing out is this Cordero Patterson. You've heard this, right?
Oh, that's my boy.
This is I'm getting into my theory here. So, you are infamously Eskimo brothers with Cordero Patterson. Have you ever told this story on a podcast, or is it just kind of the tweet and it was out there? What's the deal?
I mean, I don't know if I've actually ever told the whole story, but basically, when I was in college, when I was a college freshman, there was a girl who I went to high school with who went to the same college as me. We didn't really know anyone at college, so we hooked up a couple times like the first week or so we were there, and then we didn't really talk again the whole time we were in college. But like a year and a half later, I basically found out that she had been Cordero Patterson's slam piece for the better part of like a year. Before he went to Tennessee, before he got drafted by the Vikings, he was slamming this girl who I went to high school with and who I'd hooked up with.
Okay, so with that being said, here's my theory. So, right, like some people are trying to comp Tyreek Hill to Cordero Patterson negatively, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And so my thought here is, I have to ask you a question. Is there any chance, I know you live in Kansas City, is there any chance you're also Eskimo brothers with Tyreek Hills?
I think the chances are pretty slim because I've had a girlfriend like the whole time I've lived up here, and to my knowledge, she has not boned Tyreek Hill.
Okay, so look, I'm thinking the Eskimo brother curse from Mattek happened with Cordero Patterson. You are not, in fact, Eskimo brothers with Tyreek Hill. Therefore, he is going to buck the trend.
He avoids the curse.
Exactly, he avoids the curse.
He doesn't get pushed.
That's it, dude. I connected those dots. So,
I'm on board with this theory because I want Tyreek to be good.
I like it. Now, you mentioned something. You said you got a girlfriend now, and did I hear something the other day? You passed up the chance on some cold hard cash from Mr. Kitchens to have your girlfriend on camera. Is this true?
Yeah, because she just started a new job. So
Okay.
she's like passed out, like sleeping, like next to my office, and Kitchen is like, "No, dude, just just go see if you can get her on, just have a little conversation with her." I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this, Mr. David Kitchen.
That's right, dude. David Kitchen, man. It's like he's trying to treat you like a little show prop. That's what he's trying to do, right?
I mean, David is just always trying to put me in my place.
That's no good, dude. How's Mishka doing, dude?
Mishka right now lost or destroyed all of her tennis balls over the last week, so she's pretty tilted right now. She's just walking around the house looking for something to do, but I'm working today. I got stuff going on, so we can't go outside and play right now. So she's kind of bummed at this very particular moment.
Dude, when I had Adam Leviton's on, I tried to get Jerry on camera. Is there any chance I can get Mishka's on camera here?
Yeah, I'll go get her right now.
All right,
Give me
dude.
like 15 seconds.
All right, word.
Mishka, come here.
Mishka. Kind of like the dog whisperer, bro.
Come here.
There she is. Oh, Mishka. What's up, Mishka? Look at that pooch.
This is kind of her nap time. Both of my roommates are at work right now.
Look at
So
this,
she probably
dude.
wants to go lay down.
Nice, dude. Did you see that, David Kitchens? I didn't even have to pay him $535 to get Mishka on camera. Look at that.
She's not very fussy. She'll hang out here for a while.
She looks chill, dude. Look at that. I mean, also I'm gonna do shots fired at Jerry. Adam Leviton's camera shy. Didn't want to get on camera. Look at Mishka. She's a star.
Oh, she doesn't care. She lives with 3 boys in their 20s, so there's not much she hasn't seen or experienced.
Nice, dude. Nice. Well, excellent, Mishka. Nice to see you. I'll let you get back to your naps here. So yeah, dude. So what? Anything else going on in the Davis Mattek world these days? Or you just grinding that DFS life?
Did I just grind the DFS life, go to the gym, skateboard, hang out with my girlfriend? Life is chill right now.
Nice, dude.
Life is chill, man.
Is there any other people we need to shoot some guns at here other than David Kitchens? Any other? I feel like this fantasy industry is getting a little soft these days. Do you agree with that take generally?
I mean, it's a little soft because every time someone dares to defy the groupthink, they just get attacked, dude. So no one's like, I remember back in the day, like 2-3 years ago, there used to be fights on Twitter every day. People used to take shots at each other all the time, and now people don't really do that anymore. It's too buddy.
It's too buddy, dude. And I know, and like my Twitter feed right now is just an endless stream of statistics that I don't know what to do with. I'm getting statistic tweet fatigue. Are you feeling me on that?
I'm gonna be real with you.
Be.
When I started, I was one of the original 6 guys who started RotoViz, right? So I was all about the stats. I'm all about the advanced analysis. But I definitely think there are some people in the world of fantasy football who are really just in it to get clicks and get their articles out there and get Twitter followers, and they extrapolate the data to a point that it's no longer useful or helpful in making good fantasy decisions. Like it's I think what RotoViz is doing in general, I still support it. I'm on board 100%, but there are some guys out there, we don't need to lob any shots right now, but who just like, I just don't really care for your work.
I know, dude. Everybody's out there in the click game. Guys like you and me, we let our work speak for ourselves, dude, right? We're putting out good content, dude. We're crushing GPPs. We're family men. We have dogs. You know, we're living a well-rounded life.
We're living a well-rounded life, and that's really what's important.
And we're also going to be starting an agency where we provide services to incoming draft picks. Is this correct?
I mean, I know most of the NBA draft picks are probably listening to this show. So if and when, contact me, davismattek@gmail.com, and we will get working on your brand.
Excellent. Actually, yeah, now I'm going to be quiet. I want you to say your pitch right now. I guess you kind of just did. But say your pitch officially. I'll put some music on it, and we'll get you an official promo video out there.
Well, there's no one out there who has better experience with brand in crisis than I do. Both brands in crisis and in success. There have been successful moments for my brand as well. And if you need someone to consult with you while your brand is at its lowest point or at its highest peak, I'm absolutely the guy to help you out.
Excellent. But what happened to, does David Kitchen still own DavisMattek.com?
David Kitchen still does own DavisMattek.com for sure. I still own an old website, but it was on like an old debit card, so it's been non-functional for like a year now. I'd have to go back and pay to get the WordPress back up for it. Let me see if it'll even load right now. I don't think it will.
Okay. Yeah, we might need to, should we tell David Kitchens to lawyer up, dude? Should we get this URL back?
I mean, he really should give me my site. I mean, I just feel like that's true.
Yeah, dude. It sounds like the big takeaway from this interview is David Kitchens is a big bully, dude.
I mean, has that ever been up for debate?
That's true. Well, Davis, dude, I really appreciate you coming on the programs. Tell everyone where they can find you. Twitter's Fantasy Outsiders. Oh, I forgot to ask, dude. I got to get your feedback. What did you think about my audition to be on the Swolecast, dude?
Dude, I lobbied for you.
Okay. Because I'm talking to Davids, later in the season, you guys had an empty spot, and you got Anthony Amixtas to fill in. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I need to know.
And Sammy Reed, that fucking jokester. Dude, you know what I'm saying?
Reed. It's like you guys are sitting on gold right here, proven gold. I have auditioned. I've worn my hearts on my sleeve. I'm just sitting by the phone waiting for the call, dude.
I mean, at least twice a year, I bail to go do something. So you're more than welcome to take my spot when I bail.
Okay, and that's the thing. I can be versatile, dude. I'll throw on the bucket hat, the Janis shirt, dude. We'll be ready to roll. But
you're in.
Okay.
You're in.
All right, that's good. But I also would like to be on the program with you as well. So we just gotta figure that out.
We gotta coordinate with David.
Excellent. But yeah, no, let everybody know where they can find you, where these hot takes are going to be coming down the pike. You made it seem like you were going to be teasing one out here a little later, maybe DT related. But let the people know where this is going to be dropping.
I mean, you can definitely find me on Twitter at Davis Mattek. You can find me every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on the Fantasy Insiders podcast. And I pop up where I feel like popping up. If the RotoViz guys ask me on the show, I normally do that. If you want me on your podcast, you guys know my email. So let's just work some stuff out.
That's right, dude. Excellent. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. A reminder, you guys, I've been doing videos for PokerTubes. We're going out to the World Series of Poker. We're going to be there for a couple weeks, so make sure you subscribe to PokerTubes as well to get all the good Manz videos. So for Davis Mattek, for Pete Manzanelli, get paid and get laid.